college, and this is exciting. Okay, let's go to another national park today. All right, here's proof of life. I forget sometimes. I'm always like filming, just like babbling and like filming whatever. Skin protection. I wear gloves while I drive, and I have long sleeves. And then I have this gigantic visor that just goes back and forth as needed. And blue sky. There we go. I spent 4 years here in college. I went to college near Indianapolis, just south of Indianapolis. And I was even on the billboard and on the advertising for the college in Indianapolis airport. So I spent a lot of time up in northern Indiana. I went to Chicago a bunch of times. Went over to Cincinnati. So a lot of the people were from like the tri-state area. So they were from like Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and then a lot of people from Kentucky. Like my roommate was from Kentucky my freshman year, so I went home with her at Thanksgiving. So it was a suitcase college. We only had 900 students at the time. I think now it's about 2,000. But it was really great, and I'm still friends with so many of them that I went to school with. I knew everybody because I was on the newspaper, and I worked in public affairs. So because of that, I had to send press releases home to all their small town newspapers. So I learned all the little towns they lived in, and I just loved it. And it was the only school I applied to. I visited my senior year, and it looked like Little House on the Prairie. And I said, this is freaking America. This is where I want to go to college. They also had an excellent journalism program. So I graduated with a journalism degree, and also minors in political science and economics and Canadian studies and international relations and all these things. So I really had a well-rounded education to be a news reporter, but then I ended up moving to Japan. I lived there for 4 years, northern Japan, through my college. So we have a sister city between Franklin, Indiana, and Kuji, which is K-U-J-I, not Kuji. Kuji, Japan. And so I was a cultural ambassador, and I ended up staying for 4 years because 9/11 happened while I was there, and I didn't want to go back to New York. So yeah, and it was great, and a lot of travel opportunities while I was at school. I went to Canada, went on some other trips like DC and New York, got to live in New York for a summer, got to live in Rhode Island for a summer. Yeah, it was just really, really great. And we had, our international club, I think, had 7 people. But we had students from Norway, Peru, Zimbabwe, other countries in Africa. We had Romanian students. We had, just a lot of people from different places. So it was really great. So I'm going to be there in a few days. It's Sunday today. I'll be there on Wednesday for the day in Franklin. I'll go visit Tim's grave as well that day, or the day before. So I'm going to kind of loop around. So I'm in northern Indiana, right in the Great Lakes, and then I'm going to go up into Michigan, and then I'm going to come down into. So I think I'm on Lake Michigan now. I'm going to go into Michigan tomorrow, do something in Michigan, stay there, go into Ohio, finish Cuyahoga Valley National Park, which I don't actually know how to pronounce, and then go down through Cincinnati back over to Franklin. So I'm kind of looping around, flying out of Indianapolis on Thursday morning at 5 a.m. Super early. So I've got about 5 days at home. I've got Harriet's school orientation, I've got some medical appointments, I need to work on videos, I've got to sort the house out. So just a couple things to do when I'm home. It's not getting as busy each time I'm home now because a lot of the stuff I had to sort out, I'm kind of just now waiting. But when I come home in September, I'll be home probably for 2 weeks because I do have some other like annual checkups and things for my spine and my lady bits and all that stuff. So yeah, so I don't know. I have to plan the next leg. I know I have to get to Acadia in the next 2 weeks, and I don't know what I'm going to be doing. So I'm super excited to be exploring, but I have some downtime coming up over the next. I don't have very long drives. I only have like an hour or 2 drive, so I can park up at a Starbucks and just kind of work on my computer for the next couple of days each evening, so I can just start planning stuff and maybe get some more videos edited. I was so tired when I was on Isle Royale. I think because I had a cabin and I wasn't driving to anywhere that night. I just hiked, and as soon as I laid down on the futon, I was out. I went to bed at 7 p.m. and I didn't wake up until 6 a.m. the next morning. I'm at the visitor center. Everyone's going the wrong way. There's a sign over there, but I don't think you can park next to it. I'm going to go up and go around. Yeah, so I'm gonna go in the visitor center. I don't see another sign. It's Indiana. There's some pedal power. I guess there's some event going on today. But that shouldn't stop me from going. That would suck if I can't go to the national park today. But yeah, I think it's some sort of like bike the dunes, but the park is big. There's also Mount Baldy, which I don't know what that is. There's a Mount Baldy in a couple parks. There's a Vanlife van right there. It's a fancy one. Yeah, so let me go around to the other parking lot. I just want to get a sign with Prudence in front of it. There might be another sign I can take a picture of, but let me see. I don't know how to get in over here. Alright, so there wasn't a magnet. There is a boat tour at 11, but it's not running today because the water's too choppy. So that's not an option. I do have the hike that's about, I don't know, a couple miles, 2 miles or something in the sand. So I'm going to do that. And then this is the National Seashore. So it's kind of like Redwoods, where the state park, the Indiana Dunes State Park and the National Park are in the same place. And so it's all kind of like they have a nature center and stuff. Yeah, so it's just kind of like more of like being on the lake and stuff. Okay, so I'm going to drive 9 minutes to the trailhead. It's getting very hot. Just to let you know that Mount Baldy, which is the big sand dune that you can climb on, it's not open to the public. You have to do a ranger-led hike from 9 to 11. So obviously I've missed that. But they do post like probably 10 different things you can do on a Sunday. You can go to the little farm, you can go feed the animals, you can volunteer, you can pick up trash, you can do the boat tour, which isn't running today. So yes, all that stuff. So yeah, a lot of nice activities that all cost money, but the hike is free. I cannot get over how nice everyone is here. That lady was super nice, the ranger. She's like, no, you can't park here. Like, you're gonna get damaged and you need to park a half mile down here. But the trail does connect, so I can walk the back way instead of having to walk on this road. So, okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna do this bog trail. Yeah, it's like, welcome to erosion. It's just a bunch of sand dunes. I don't know if it's like the great sand dunes where you can like snowboard on it, but it is so hot right now. It's probably not going to be enjoyable to hike on the sand. But when I went to the petroglyphs in Albuquerque, my other Salomon hiking boots were completely filled to the brim with sand because they weren't waterproof. These ones are sealed, so I hopefully shouldn't get too much sand in it. But people said, yeah, bring sandals and bring hiking shoes. So I don't think my flip-flops are going to survive hiking in the sand. So I'll just wear my big hiking boots and I should be fine. But it's like, you're just basically trudging through it. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go back here before it fills up. I'm going to go park right here. There's like a shit sign at the visitor center, and then I found 3 other really nice signs. So I'm just going to park here in the sun. That should be fine, and then I'm going to start the trail, which is right here, which is good. Okay, she's so nice. Everyone in the Midwest is so nice. Indiana, you are great. Texas, Southern hospitality is basically bless your heart, which means go fuck yourself. So, all right, I'm wearing my Real t-shirt from yesterday because I'm going to sweat. So, yes, I like whatever a clean shirt I wear the day before will be my hiking shirt the next day. That's how I do less laundry. It's getting hot, so I think I'd go that way. So yeah, okay, so, there's another one that way. I think it's this way. And just kind of cut behind, and she said, yeah, you'll see more birds, but it's very buggy, so I need to put some, finally found my off. I need to put some mosquito repellent on. And yeah, this is very similar to the wetlands, like the Galveston hikes down in the other coast, down all the way down in the bottom of the country. Right by Texas, in Galveston. So I'm used to it, but I can see all the bugs right now. Okay, so let me finish my Gatorade and I will get on the road to hike. All right, Prudence is there. So I'm just gonna walk on this road that connects to the trail so I don't have to go up the actual paved road. And I am here, and it's gonna be buggy, which is fine. I don't know where my little net is that goes over my face, so it's okay. Park headquarters. There's a farm, there's a homestead, Dunes Learning Center, so I may pop over there afterwards. I'm just going to do the Cowles Bog Trail, which is not too far, and then I'm done. So yeah, it's very, very hot. So it spans from Gary to Michigan City, Indiana, 15 miles of Lake Michigan shoreline, 15,000 acres of dunes, oak savannas, bogs, marshes, and forests. So very similar. There's also bike trails. I don't want to undo my bike. So, okay. So yeah, so Cowles Bog Trail, this is what I'm doing. It will actually be about 6 miles, so it's a pretty long hike. And it just loops around. There's cut throughs if the sand is too hard to walk in. Beautiful day. Again, I'm lucking out on the blue sky, so all my thumbnails are going to all look the same. It's the same blue sky, not photoshopped. It's the real thing as I get obliterated by mosquitoes. My first obstacle is a downed tree. No social trail, it goes right into the bog. So I'm going to climb over it. I should be able to get around. Oh, so difficult. I think I'll go this way. All right, a little bit of parkour. Okay, all right, I'm over. I survived the falling tree. Okay. Now I've connected to the trail. So this is the Cowles Dog parking lot, 1 mile. Oh shit, there's a bunch of holes in the ground. This is the beach trail. The beach is 1 mile. Okay, so yeah, so shouldn't be too far. It says 4 miles, 4.5 miles. But I've already gone 1 mile just to get up here. So this is nice and shaded and not as sandy on this part. Yeah, it's just basically a power plant, a town, and then all these protected wetlands and things. So very different than the national parks I've been in the last 2 months. So this is my 19th in the last 2 months and my 46th national park. I am missing the New River Gorge sticker, which I may have taken out thinking I was going there out of my little stack of stickers. So I'll have to get a different sticker for that, or just buy a whole set of stickers. So I don't know. All right, or maybe it was just missing in the pack anyway. All right, so yeah, just up and onward. Those stickers were all in alphabetical order, so it's not like, you know, I left one in the box or something. Like they were all, you know, G is like, or new, N is like the middle of the alphabet, so it would have been in there, but it wasn't. So anyway, but yeah, it's nice to have the sticker wall and the map and everything, as you can see on this picture. I did a big uphill bit. The sand actually isn't difficult to walk in. It's kind of like a more impacted sand. It's still sandy. You're still sinking as you walk. And now I've got this big downhill bit. So I'm going clockwise, which I recommend. And yeah, it's all rooty and that's crazy. Yeah, hopefully, well, I'm going down to the beach now. So I'll be along the shore. There's the ocean over there. The ocean. There's Lake Michigan. It's like, I passed geography in college. Anyway, so yeah, then you walk along and then you go back. So pretty easy. I've gone just over 2 miles. So probably got 5 miles to go. Really good. Really simple. Okay, now I'm in the sandy bit. I think the other one is more impacted because it's shaded and it probably doesn't get too dry. But this is very sandy, so I'm going to walk on the edge. This trail probably gets wider and wider every year. Oh, okay, I can walk over here. Yeah, just kind of like choose your own adventure. This is beautiful. Not a lot, but it's, you know, it's just the differences in each national park are pretty stunning. I mean, it's not all just like epic mountains and, you know, reindeer and elk and all that stuff. Sometimes you just have this. So, and no sand ants. So if you do wear sandals, you should be fine. No fire ants, because, you know, it's not Texas. So yeah, so just walk along here, then I go back into the foreboding forest. Now I have the big uphill bit that I gotta hike. So this is the cinder cone revisited. Okay, there's no way to go around any of this, so you just gotta go 1 step up, 2 steps back. I made it, I'm back in the forest. Oh my God, okay. I'm on the other side of the cut through and it says 1.4 miles to get back to the parking lot. That's good, making good time. Over 2.5 miles already. Now it's easy. So the uphill wasn't that bad if you go clockwise. I think it would be harder going the other way because you have to go through all the really sandy, rooty parts. But wear gloves for sun protection and also because you're gonna have to hold on to trees to try to get through this. So also wear waterproof shoes. hiking boots, so they're sealed. I think if you wear sandals, you're just going to act like a shit shovel. So you're just going to accumulate sand as you walk. As the guy behind me, he can't even get up the dunes right now. He's like shaking his leg with every step. So, okay, it's very, very hot though. It's not actually that humid. Not like Texas humidity. So maybe it's a good thing that I lived in Texas for 10 years. So I'm more used to that. Not really that buggy. No bites so far. All right, so I'm back where I first came in. I'm just gonna walk the half mile down the road here. I could just backtrack, but you know, that was actually a nice walk at the end. You can have dogs on leash, even though it's national park, it's also a state park. Just make sure, you know, like you hold them close to you and they don't just like jump out at other hikers. I actually don't like that. I don't like dogs just coming at me, like I never have. I think growing up in England, we're like pounded into our brain about rabies. So whenever you see a dog just kind of not on a leash, just on its own, you're like, rabies. So anyway, that's just the British thing. So yeah, so I'm gonna walk back and I'm gonna go to Planet Fitness, and I don't think I'm gonna go into Michigan today. I think I'll go into Michigan tomorrow, and I'll just stick around here and just go find Starbucks. It is almost noon, so that'll give me a couple hours to sit. I really do want to work on videos. I just don't want to work on so much when I'm home. Because I'm not resting enough when I'm home every other weekend, but this time I'm home for a couple days, and I have a lot to do, and then Harriet's here over the weekend. So yeah, so I just want to kind of I'll still work on videos. I just want to get as many done today so that I'm not doing 16 of them in 4 days like I did that one time. All right, you can hear the bugs, the grasshoppers. This is nice. This is very much like the southern coast down by Texas. It was nice. It was a nice walk, good workout. The sand was fine, not too difficult. There are more trails. There's a whole trail system, and there's a lot of people coming from the other trails. I think they parked on the road up there. But yeah, better to park down here right at the entrance to this road like I did. So getting good sun, and I think I'm just going to park up for the day and just chill. I need to buy more bananas too. Yeah, it's funny. It's like I'm on the home stretch of this leg of the trip. So every 2 weeks I fly home. And so I'm leaving. I only have until Wednesday. So I've got one more national park, and then I go into Franklin, Indiana, go visit friends and go see Tim, who's in North Vernon. And then I just fly out. I have to go to the airport Wednesday night and sleep. And thankfully they have couches. So I'm going to just try to get through TSA in the evening, like go there about 10 p.m. and then just sleep on the couches in the terminal, inside the terminal, because TSA doesn't reopen until 3 a.m. and my flight's at 5. So I've taken this flight before. It goes through Orlando and then comes home and then goes back through Orlando to go back to Indiana. So I took the same flight back in May when I came out to my college. So, and I slept at the airport and it was great. So thank you, Indianapolis Airport, for having couches. So yeah, okay. So it should be easy. I'm used to sleeping at airports anyway. I've been doing it for 23 years. So why would I pay $300 for a hotel and still, you know, where I can just sleep right at the gate and then just get right up and go on the plane instead of having to like check out and like pack my bag and yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Indiana. Gonna hang out here for a day. Tonight's rest area is the Indiana Welcome Center, and I actually just popped into Michigan for half a second to go do a U-turn and come back down. So I'm going to park toward the end as usual, and there's guys cleaning. These rest areas are absolutely amazing. They have like lots of information and everything. So I'm going to go down here to the end and park right at the end down here. There's vending machines, there's ice cream. I'm actually not hungry. I had 2 frappuccinos and a chai. I spent like $20. Way too much money at Starbucks, but I need to figure out a way to make my own tea. Anyway, so I'm going to park down here at the end, away from everyone. This is really nice. This is great. So there's no restrictions, and then the Michigan one is just up the road on the north side of the freeway, and this is on the south side. So I'm actually back in Indiana, which is great. So tomorrow I'm going to Michigan. So this is the end of my Indiana video. I spent about 6 hours at Starbucks editing 3 videos, working on the 4th video, uploading the 3rd video right now. And I'm going to, yeah, I've literally got my computer right here, uploading all the videos. It's very slow because I'm now on my mobile Wi-Fi. Just want to sort the van out. I do need to do a deep clean of this van before I go on my next leg of the trip. So either I'll do that Wednesday or I'll take a day when I come back on next week, maybe next Wednesday. I don't know, I have to figure out. I still didn't get a chance to plan the next leg of the trip, so that will be my homework. In the meantime, oh, I was going to say, I thought it was loud, but it's not. It's a truck going by. Please leave. I'm just kidding. Go away, loud trucks. It's fine. If I run the fan like I'm running right now, I won't actually hear anything. But anyway, so yeah, so I've got, I'm almost up to date with my videos from the last leg. I've got one more video, which you'll see already. It's when my plane was diverted. A couple videos back is when my plane got diverted to Albuquerque, and it was like flying in a washing machine. We're just bouncing around like crazy. And then I can start working on the next one. So it doesn't take long to edit the videos. It takes a while to upload them. So I may need to end up, well, not this year. I don't need Starlink this year. But if I continue doing this full time, the way that I'm doing, I may get Starlink, but I don't know. It depends if I'm going to take on some digital projects. Right now I'm just on a sabbatical for the rest of the year. So in the meantime, just doing healing in nature and working on my travel research for disabled adventurers, wounded warriors, domestic violence survivors, people with PTSD, and solo female travelers. So I kind of want to do this all the time now. I don't want to, part of me does like, I don't really want to do digital media for a bit. I want to take a break. So this is my break, and then I'll figure out if I'm going to go work for another corporation or not. So anyway, then I'm back down to 3 vacation days a year and having to ask permission to go to the doctor. It's like, I don't think so. Anyway, we'll figure it out. I have to figure out what I'm going to do. But in the meantime, it's 9:30 and I'm going to go to bed. So I'm going to finish getting the videos done and just kind of chill. I'm not really tired. I should eat something. I only had 2 frappuccinos, and like I said, it was a very expensive day at Starbucks. But I didn't really spend anything else. I didn't buy any souvenirs or anything at Indiana Dunes. I didn't really have anything I liked. And then tomorrow's mountain biking in Michigan, which you'll see separately. And then I don't know if I'll go into Detroit. I don't know if I'll have time to Monday, so I should have time to do whatever I want. But I don't know. I've done everything in Detroit already. Ann Arbor has some cool things. So I'll look and see, and maybe I'll, mountain bike in the morning and do something in the afternoon. And then Tuesday is going to be Cuyahoga Valley. I don't know if that's the right way to pronounce it, National Park. So, all right. Okay, well, adios, good night, and I'll see you in the morning.